Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice. I'm back. Algebra 2 7.5 Cumulative Review video number 2. Hopefully you watched the first one and got all of this done like a champ. Now let's work on the review questions from some older material. Now, Unit 1 through 6 review, we're starting with problem number 11. We've talked about two different ways how to do this one. I'm going to set up one and I'm going to demonstrate the other. Now, the long way to do this is long division, where we would do x minus 6 and set up the 2x squared minus 11x minus 6. You would divide this out and see what happens. Now, I'm not going to do that because we can do synthetic division, which is a faster way to do it when your leading coefficient is 1. So, I'm going to take the opposite of negative 6, which is positive 6. I'm only going to worry about the coefficients of those numbers, which is 2, negative 11, and negative 6. So we drop the 2 down, and then we do 6 times 2, which gives us 12. We add these numbers up, and we get 1. Now you're going to do 1 times 6, which 6 is 6, and then when you add those up, you get 0. So what this tells me is this is my 1, and this term is my 2, is my x. So we get an answer of 2x plus 1. All right, number 12. Whenever we see numbers outside of parentheses, we know that we need to distribute. So when you multiply that, you get 2x minus 10, and the plus 12 stays, and that equals, oh, well, what do you know? We got to distribute again. Negative 12x. If you don't know this, off to the side, you can do 6 over 1 times 1/3. 6 times 1 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3, which gives you 2. So plus 2 plus 10x. Now, on both sides, we need to combine our like terms. So on here, we've got, oh, nope, that's not a like term, but those two are. And when you combine that, you get negative 2x plus 2. Now, on the right side, when you combine your like terms, you get negative 2x plus 2. And now, what do you notice about both sides? They're the exact same. And when that happens, your answer would be infinite solutions. Sweet. All right, now let's flip it over. Oh, other side. So number 13 says, what is the slope-intercept equation of the line that passes through 1512 and 1214? So the two things that we have to do first is, one, we're going to need to do the slope, and that's y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. The second equation that we're going to need to do is y minus your y equals the slope x minus your x. So those are the two equations we're doing. Set it up like that. Your y's go on top, the 12 and the 14, and the x's go on the bottom, the 15 and the 12. Okay? So 12 minus 14. That gives us a grand total of -2. 15 minus 12 gives us 3. So that is the slope. And your slope is going to go right here. And then you pick a point. It doesn't matter which one you pick. And you fill those in. Okay? So the second part of the equation, y minus the y, which is 14, equals -2/3 x minus 12. Okay, so the y minus 14 stays the same. You need to distribute, and so you get -2/3 x, and then we have to distribute again. So off to the side, you're doing -2/3 times -12/1. You multiply the top, you get 24. It's positive. The bottom is 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8. Positive 8. Now, we're not done yet because we have to add that 14 to the other side. And then once you get that, you get your slope-intercept equation of y equals -2/3 x plus 22. Okay? And I'll actually make that look like a 3. All right. Number 14, it said solve by elimination. So what I'm going to do is look for variables to cancel out. And what I'm going to cancel out are the x's, because we need to multiply the bottom equation by -2, and then those guys will cancel out. So I'm going to rewrite the top equation, 2x plus 5y equals -7. And now I'm going to distribute and get -2x minus 2y equals -8. When we add those up, those cancel, and we get 3y equals -15. Oh, I'm not dividing by y. We divide by 3. And then we get y equals -5. Okay, so what we got to do next is find out what x is. And to do that, x plus equals 4. We're going to plug in our -5. Okay? To solve for x, we have to add the 5 to both sides, so those guys cancel. And we find out that x equals 9. And now our point is our answer, and that's -9, -5. Sound good? Good. All right, only a couple more, guys. Number 15 says to solve the following system by graphing. And the really nice thing is, one of these is already done by itself. So we've got our slope and the y-intercept. So the slope is -1/6, which means we go down 1 to the right 6. And the b is where we start, which is 0, -2. So I start at 0, -2. I go down 1 over 6. I can't go down anymore, so I go the opposite direction. And that's my point. And I'm going to draw my line. All right, so I got the first line down. However, this other one is not in slope-intercept form. So I have to subtract the 3x to both sides. And we get 2y equals -3x plus 12. Divide everything by 2. And we get y equals -3/2x plus 6. My slope is -3/2, which means I go down 3 to the right 2. And my y-intercept is 0, 6. So at 6 I start, and then I'm going to go down 3 points to the right 2. Down 3 points to the right 2. Down 3 points to the right 2. There's where they meet. Down 3 points to the right 2. Just so I can have a nice, pretty line. There we go. I want to know where they meet, and that point is at 6, negative 3. Alrighty. Number 16. In April, Mary downloaded 8 more songs than Katie. The sum of the songs downloaded in April was 72. I want to know, how many songs did Mary download? So, here we go. Mary. Just so we know off to the side, I'm going to write down that M is going to be Mary and K is going to be Kate. So, Mary downloaded. So, Mary is 8 more than Kate. And when we do that, more than tells us that we have to switch the order of those two. Okay? Now, the sum is telling us that we have to add the girls. The two girls are Mary and Kate, and they equal 72. Okay? And now this is going to be substitution because the M is all by itself, and we can plug that in right there. So we get K plus 8 plus K equals 72. And now, with our like terms, we're adding them. It's not K squared, it's K plus K, which is 2K plus 8 equals 72. So to solve, we have to subtract 8 to both sides. We get 2K equals, that is 64. And then divide everything by 2. We get K equals 32. Okay? But what they want is they want Mary. So Mary equals 32 plus 8. So Mary equals 40 songs. Okay? Always remember to look to what they're asking for. Okay, number 17. Number 17 says to divide. Now we can't use synthetic division because it's a monomial. So what we do is when we set this up is we're going to break down each one. So 24x to the 4th divided by 4x. 16x cubed divided by 4x. The 12x squared divided by 4x. And the 20 divided by 4x, or the 20x divided by 4x, okay? And now all you have to do is divide each one of those out and subtract the variables. So we get 6x cubed minus 4x squared plus 3x minus 5. Okay, and the last one, it's telling us to find the x and y intercepts. So when we're doing that, we've got our nice little equation right there. We're going to set the problem up twice. Okay, and you plug in 0 for x, and then once you plug in 0 for y. Those cancel. We get negative 3x equals negative 24. Divide both by negative 3. And you get x equals 8. Okay? And now that's a point. X equals 8, y equals 0. Okay? So that's our first point. Now over here we do the same thing, and we get 12y equals negative 24. We divide both sides by 12, and we get that y equals negative 2. And that's a point. X equals 0, and y equals negative 2. So combined, those are your two answers. And the reason why we know that we were able to plug in 0 is because those are the intercepts. Intercepts is where it crosses the line and it equals 0. Okay? So that's it for the 7.5 cumulative review. Next, you guys are going to be taking your quiz. So I wish you the best of luck. If you need assistance, come see Ms. Carranza or myself before you take this. All right? Thanks for watching. Good luck.